Hello guys, welcome to Supreme Steno classes. Now I'm going to dictate a passage from a essay. So be ready for it. 5 seconds. Welfare schemes or social empowerment programs are not the invention of modern age. They were also part of the ancient Mauryan kingdom. Such schemes were continued throughout the ancient, medieval, and the pre-modern age. This reveals the fact that empowerment of the poor marginalized is ingrained in our culture, which has been inherited by the modern age to ensure that rule of law, equality, and harmony prevails in the society. Social empowerment schemes, though few in numbers and different in character, were also continued by the Britishers. After independence, the nature of Indian economy society completely changed due to exploitative nature of British rule. Rural India was once self-sufficient, was made uneconomic, poverty-stricken and diseased. Mismanagement, famine, prevailing inequality, social culture traditions were some other reasons that led to marginalization of rural India, women, children and unemployed youth. India adopted a mixed economy where a state took initiative to develop the masses. This initiative included establishment of Planning Commission, which was nodal agency for flagship programming. To review performance of flagship program, its effect on Indian economy, empowering the marginalized flagship program in 4 reactions would be chosen, that is, first, rural development schemes, second, child welfare schemes, third, women empowerment schemes, fourth, employment schemes. The development of rural India is an imperative for inclusive and equitable growth and to unlock huge potential of the population that is presently trapped in poverty with its associated deprivations. Rural schemes are mostly linked to social infrastructure and provision of gainful and productive employment. The genesis of Rural Development Program began with Community Development Program (CDP) in 1952 and was instrumental in raising the standard of living and reconstructing the rural India. But various factors such as lack of clearly defined priorities, cornering of the benefits by rich and big farmers, lack of coordination among different development departments, administrative inefficiency, etc., clouded the materialization of CDP in full scale. Subsequent to the CDP, the other rural development programs like Integrated Rural Development Program, National Rural Employment Program, TRISEM, Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, Antyodaya Program, Drought Prone Area Program, Desert Development Program, Swarn Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana, etc. were initiated. These programs obtained mixed results, and the fact that rural India is still facing many kinds of distress proves their incompetency. To analyze the reason behind such distress, it is pertinent to review certain ongoing flagship scheme. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act (Manrega) is a right-based wage employment program which aims at enhancing livelihood security. For successful implementation of Manrega, a web-enabled management information system has also been developed to ensure transparency and accountability. Moreover, it was successful in providing employment during lean months, helped increase rural consumption, creation of sustainable asset for agriculture, etc. National Rural Livelihood Mission seeks to reach out all rural poor households in the country and organize them into self-help groups (SGGs). The Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, in a bid to give better rural connectivity, has also included sustainable measures like use of locally available construction material such as waste, plastic, fly ash, cold mix technology. A good road should lead to a good house. Hence, government aimed at shelter for all through Indra Awas Yojana. Further, National Social Assistance Program, Social Security, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana, Skill Development, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, Rural Electrification were initiated. Christine Lagarde, chief IMF, said that India's GDP can expand by 27% of the number of female workers would increase to the same level as that of men. Women enjoyed equal powers during the early Vedic period, but since later Vedic they have been subjugated, denied their rights, harassed. In this regard, Ministry of Child and Women Development took the leadership for promoting empowerment, women living with dignity and contributing as equal partners in development in an environment free from violence and discrimination. Discrimination against women starts even before her birth. Infanticide that continues with discrimination in health care, education, etc. To their rescue came the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao with a twin aim of not only improving the adverse sex ratio but also to ensure that girls are educated. Nutritional deficiency, iron deficiency amongst adolescent girls is a common phenomenon in India. Rajiv Gandhi, a scheme for empowerment of adolescent girls, aims all-round development of adolescent girls. To safeguard the future of girl child, Sukanya Samriddhi account saving a scheme was launched with which targeted parents of girl child is a part of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign. One Stop Center, a sub-scheme of the National Mission for Empowerment of Women, is intended to support women affected by violence in private and public spaces, within the family, community, and at workplace. In India, due to socio-cultural economic environment, many women face difficulty like destitute women or women released from jail, survivors of natural disasters. Moreover, many women fell prey to trafficking. Stop. So guys, ये अराउंड 800 वर्ड्स का डिक्टेशन था. होप सो आप अच्छा कर रहे हो, अच्छे लिख रहे हो. यदि आपको हमारी डिक्टेशन पसंद आ रही है तो डू नॉट फॉरगेट टू शेयर, सब्सक्राइब टू द मैक्सिमम. and if you have any queries, then comment in the box. Thank you.